Hello and welcome to another video. In this video, I'd like to take a look at the cryptocurrency Theta and at the current price and why a breakout to the upside could be imminent. And this is really something I want to talk to you and show you. Cryptocurrency Theta is currently ranked 23 by market cap, so it's not a insignificant one. I think it is actually quite significant, and I also think that the cryptocurrency Theta has quite a lot of potential. And I talked about that in another video, end of June, and I'm linking that video here at the top. So if you're interested in finding out more about Theta from a fundamental point of view and why I think it has a lot of potential, take a look at it. And I don't really want to talk about the project here very much. I more want to focus on the price and show you why a breakout could be imminent. I'm very bullish on Theta. I mean, it is still very early days, but Theta is eventually a cryptocurrency project that tries to improve video streaming and video quality. The idea behind it is that with the additional data requirements and everything, more and more people are watching videos, especially now, lockdown stuff and everything. More and people are watching videos. More and more education is done by video. It's all moving online. And the idea is that in the future, the transfer of data and the transfer of the bandwidth of the quality will get to its limits, right? So having, for example, an 8K video, for example, or it might even go higher in the future, the resolution will go up and everything. And bringing that to your TV or screen at home will require more and more data. And transaction speeds need to be faster and so on. And Theta tries to solve that. I think Theta could eventually, for example, be used by YouTube or other streaming services to increase and improve the experience of video streaming at home. And how that works, I explained in the other video. So as I said, I'm linking that here and you can take a look if you want to. But let's take a look at the price, because I think that is quite significant. So I talked about Theta end of June, and that was actually, unfortunately, before we saw a move to the downside. At the time, I didn't really look at prices too much. So I talked about it, end of June. After that, we had another where we went down to actually around 350. But that was only for a short period of time. And it doesn't matter. I didn't talk about prices and I didn't recommend it anyway. I don't recommend anything on this channel, but I talk about the cryptocurrency projects that I think have a lot of potential and that I am interested in and that I would also consider a buy, at least for myself. Now, Theta, as I said, because I believe in the importance of video streaming, I'm very bullish, and I don't think there's much, there aren't any, I'm not aware of any other cryptocurrency projects out there which are similar. So it is one project for me that has some significance. Now let's take a look at the price. First of all, I want to make a bullish case here for Theta, based on charts and what I can see. So what we can currently see is we have been in a downtrend here for a while now, looking at the overall chart, actually, we can see that, we started quite high and then it's been falling ever since. And this was actually a bit strange considering that we saw all-time highs of Bitcoin and everything this year, but actually we've always moved down. And sorry, it seems like we have maybe now touched the bottom, which would be great for everybody, who might be interested in investing in Theta, because if there is a bottom built out, that could indicate that we have some scope to move up. So why do I believe that? Now, first of all, we've hit a important resistance level here at 350 pretty much. 350 was support, acted as support before here at the 19th of May, and it acted as support before, no, actually as resistance before here in February, and then again as support on the 6th of March. So it is one that was touched before, and the more often this acts as resistance or support, the more significant it eventually gets. Now that's one point, so I think that is why we have hit an important resistance and we have defended that. So we are now, this is actually also bounced off pretty hard from that, so that indicates as well a lot of volume came actually into the market at that point, which indicates to me that there was a bottom. Now, also, generally, the whole crypto market for me is bullish at the moment. I believe we're in a bull market, in another bull run. So that, from a macro point of view, I think that can only be positive for Theta. Now, what happened? We broke actually this downward trend. That's what I can see. We broke the downward trend here with this huge pump. And that's generally what we can see when these important levels are, when for example a negative trend is broken, when a resistance, is broken, is crossed, we see these pumps. And we've seen that in the last few days with Cardano or with Ripple as well, and with other cryptocurrencies, that whenever these important levels are gone through, that is also a big pump then normally. Now, what we can also see, and that was an important one, because this is not just a trend line here, the point where that trend line actually crossed, or where the price went through the trend line, indicating a break of this negative downwards trend, this was also exactly where the 20-day moving, no, the 50-day moving average was running, right? So this was another resistance level. And you can see that in the period here between the 25th of July and the 4th of August or 5th of August, we weren't able to get above the 50-day moving average. So you can very nicely see how it was always touched. It was rejected here, it was touched. We couldn't get through, and the volatility reduced, and it was really squeezed in here, the price, between this 20-day and the 50-day moving average. And then eventually, in that huge pump, we moved up. Yeah, we moved up. So that indicates to me that there is some potential to the upside, because that is eventually a bullish move if we get above these moving averages. That is what many traders are looking at, and we've gone above that, and that is significant. Another significant bullish move now was that the 20-day moving average, the shorter term trend line, which is the blue one here, which I've currently highlighted, has crossed the 20-day moving average here to the upside. Again, a bullish move. Okay, now what we can see here and what is now important. Well, we have the 200-day moving average here. This is the yellow line that I have currently highlighted. We are now trading between the 200-day moving average, which is the long-term trend, which is also very significant. We're now trading between the 200-day moving average and the 20-day moving average. The 20-day moving average will go up further because we're currently trading above it, and the 200-day moving average seems to be just horizontally at the moment, pretty much, so also moving up slightly. Now, as we trade between these, there will be a breakout, either up or down. But because we had this bullish cross here a few days ago between the 20 and the 50-day moving average, and because we have broken this negative downtrend that I've just shown you, I believe that we are going to move to the upside. And that breakout could happen very, very shortly. And it could happen actually when for a few more days, when this gets closer and closer. And so it won't take long. We can also see that another bullish sign for me is that the RSI is not in overbought territory. It's currently at the 59 level, and this indicates there is scope to the upside. Another bullish indicator for me is also, let's just take a quick look here at the MACD, that the MACD is also in the green, positive. Yes, it's losing a little bit of steam, but I'm not too worried about that. And I don't think, from all these bullish indicators, I think this should move to the upside. Also because you need to see, we've got a 200-day moving average here, and also actually another, need to bring that line in here, another resistance here that acted end of June as resistance already. So we've got that pretty much. Yeah, this resistance here is a huge one, and we need to get through that. But generally, we are in a, in the 50-day moving average, we are above that. We are below the 200-day moving average, and hopefully we will get through these resistance levels. Now, let's maybe take a look at the weekly chart as well, because that's sometimes for a longer time frame very important as well. We can see the resistance level here, and we can see that we are Here on the weekly, we are not yet above the 20-day moving average, but we are actually above the 50-day moving average, which indicates a bullish momentum. Also, what we can see here is that when this bottom was formed, that this resistance level was met. So this is probably why this formed the why this now was rejected, because it hit the 20-day moving average, which just shows you that this chart stuff works. Sorry, it hit the 50-day moving average. So this shows you that this chart stuff works. So had you traded here and you would have had this open, you could have seen that the 50-day was running here, a potential quite strong support level actually. On the weekly, also the MACD is not in overbought territory. We had that actually. When we consolidated, we were actually in overbought territory, but we've come out of that now. So that's very nice to see as well. And another bullish indicator for me on the weekly, which then indicates the longer term time frame, that we're actually moving again towards the green here. So it might take a few more weeks here for us to get into bullish territory on the weekly on the MACD, but when that happens, that will indicate another bullish move. So overall, there's a lot of bullish stuff happening here. Overall, more positive signs for me, more bullish signs than bearish signs for me. The only concern I have is here that this is, I think, quite a strong resistance level here. The one that was tested frequently before at here, the sort of the 730 level. And unfortunately, the 200-day moving average is now running at that level as well, which makes it very hard probably to get through. But from below, we've got the 20-day moving average pushing up. So it will be very interesting what is playing out. I mean, I can't guarantee what's happening, but for me, there are more bullish signs than bearish signs. And hopefully that came across in this video. And overall, you know, long term, this project I think is very interesting. So I just wanted to make you aware of that, because I believe, like, for example, we've got, you know, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, who are normally, Bitcoin is leading the market generally. You know, when Bitcoin moves, most other cryptos are moving as well. Then we've got Ethereum, which is normally following. Then we've got cryptos like Cardano, which are following Ethereum then. And then we've got cryptos here like Theta, which are very much at the beginning actually. I mean, for example, for Cardano, we've already seen a huge pump. Here we haven't seen that pump yet, and we are about to see that pump, I believe. So I'm actually, when we go through, I will be, as soon as we go through this 200-day moving average, and I see confirmation that we're actually going up, I will go long on here. I will go long. I will invest some money into Theta. I have invested a little bit before in Theta, but I've mainly focused on Cardano and in anticipation of the latest pumps. But I think because there is a lot of potential in this project here, Theta, and because we are about to see something happening here, and I think we are still very early with regards to the move here. I think the big move hasn't happened yet here on the Theta chart. So that's going to come. So hopefully it will come. And please don't base your decisions on what I'm telling you, but you can use it to come to your own conclusions. So this is not financial advice, but what I'm telling you, if we get above the 200-day moving average, I'm going to position a trade. And that will be a long-term trade. It will be long and it will be long-term. So I don't plan to sell my Theta soon, but I might be selling them hopefully at the end of the current bull market. I don't want to hold Theta forever. This one, you know, but Cardano I will. This might be a trading position actually. All right, so hopefully you liked this video. If you did, please smash the like button. And if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.